Welcome to Siltech. Today we are going to be see about collections. What is collections? Why we need collections? We will see about it. Before collections, before collections, we have to store the data. We have like variable. We have concept variables. Nothing but object. You can take variables or you can take like objects. Objects. Take an object. Object. In object, if you take object, one object can store one class. One object can store only one class. Like if you have a class, like class student student id string student assume, like this we have shown data. Yeah, data. To store the data, to store this data, we need an object. We need a object. If you create object for one object, it stores only one data. For one object, it stores only one data. If you create an object with s1, student s1 equals to new student, the all the data has been loaded here. Okay. If you need another object, we need to load another one. Another one you need to store the another data. You need another student object. If you need 100, you need to create 100 here. And printing 100 at a time object is risky process. In write system.out.println s1, system.out.println s2, like 100 you need to write. There is a risky process. It is a risky process. We cannot perform that. So to overcome that objects problem, primitive like we have arrays concept. Array is a collection of similar data types, same data type. By using array, if you declare an array stores in contiguous memory location. Array stores data in contiguous memory location. Okay, it stores the data in contiguous memory location. Okay, I can declare 100 object. Okay, fine, I can declare 100 object. Okay, if you want to print, okay, you can print. And sorting this 100 object is a risky process. You can store 100, but arrays are fixed length. If you create 10, you need to use 100% 10 objects you need to use. I want to use 5. No, it will be like the error memory wastage. Nothing but if you allowed also, it will allow, but memory wastage. And it is not dynamic type. If you need 5, it should create only 5 space. If you increase with 6 the data, the size should be growable. That is not there. Dynamic type is not there. Growing of size dynamic, it is not there in array. Arrays are fixed length. In array, if you want to place any element in between, in last, in first, any place, that is not allowed, because arrays are fixed in length. And if you want to perform searching, sorting, any other, you need to write your own logic. On that. If the primitive data type is there, okay, but there are object types. I want to sort based on the student ID. I want to sort based on the student name. That is not done with an array. It is a risky. We cannot perform that. It's a very risky. But to overcome these all are types, fixed length, and these are searching, sorting. They introduce one concept called collection framework. It's nothing but a collection framework. This is a collection framework is a collection of objects. It collects a different type. It is a homogeneous same type and different data types also we can do. It is a collection of objects. The group of objects you can store in a collection, and it provides a lot of methods. We can add at any position, we can retrieve any position, and we can access in any ways, and we can do sorting with IDs. All we can do here. We can do everything here. Actually, collection look. This is about our collection. Collection is an interface. Collection is an interface. Okay. Is an interface. For this super interface is their iterator. And this collection has given three things, three childs, three interfaces like list, queue and set. List, the data all within a list. Queue, the data all will be in a queue. And we have set. Set does not allow us like unique queue we have. This is the hierarchical of collection we have. This is hierarchical of collection. First, we will discuss about list. We will discuss about list. List will look like list. List is a child interface of collection. Collection is an interface. It is a child interface. And for collection super, we have iterator. And this list has interface as some childs, because for childs only we can create a object like array list, linked list, vector. For vector we have one child stack. These two are legacy classes introduced in 1.0 version. They are introduced in 1.0 version, and we are going to be discuss about array list. We'll see about array list. In this video we are going to be say about array list. Okay, I'm opening my Eclipse ID. Yeah, this is about limitations of array. Array is a fixed length. It's a collection of same types. Once we create an array, no change of size. We cannot increase or decrease the size of an array. And collection is a collection of different types. Collection is a growable in nature. Easily we can increase the size. And Java collection framework. Collection framework provides an architecture to store and manipulate the group of objects that we can store, and the operations that you can perform on data such as searching, sorting, insertion, selection, etc. And collection means group of object. And we'll see with one example. We'll work with one example. Yeah. Now first I want to create one empty list, array list. Creating an empty array list. Creating a empty array list. How to create? For every class we need to create an object. For every class we can create an object, that is list. For list, what is the child? Array list is a child. Okay, I'll create one array list. Array list. Control space. Automatically import array list. And it specifies the type. What type you need. This we call type safe generic type. This is nothing but a small generic type. Okay, I want to specify like string. I want to specify like a string. All string values I can store. Like list equals to new array list. New array list. Okay. New array list. This is an empty list. This is an empty list I have created. This is an empty list. And this array is provided some methods. Yeah, this is an array list extension of abstract list and interface of list, random access, clonable, and it is serializable. And we have some methods, and we have some constructors, we have some methods. Yeah, you can check by using it is empty or not. You can check by using boolean and index of and last index of. These are the methods as given. So I want to use some methods on that. Like first adding items or elements to array list. I want to add some elements to array list. Okay, we have a method called add list object list dot add. See, it is showing list dot add. It is returns boolean whether it is added or not, appending the specific elements to the end of a list. Okay, I am clicking on this. I want to add like element. element 1. Element 1 I am going to add, and next list dot add one more element I want to add, like element 2. Element 2, close element 2. Next list dot add element 3. I want to add element 3. Element 1 and element 3. Okay, only these 3 I want going to be add. Okay, fine. And next I want to print them. Simple, you can print system dot out dot println, like list plus list. Okay, and we can see the output of that. Yeah, wait for 2 minutes, it will come. Element 1, element 2 and element 3. I want to add its specific index. Okay, we can add at the position also we can add. Okay, adding the element at position. I want to add with the position. Yes, you can add list to dot add at 0th position. I want to add. We have method, see, index and element. Yeah. Add at specific position, we are like index, and that is the method. Okay, I want to add at 0 comma, like element 0 at the 0th position, and next I want to print, and I want to print the list equals to and plus and the list. Run, save it and run the example. Okay, see, the list is added at 0th position. The list is added at 0th position. Okay, this is about displaying the content. Okay, next. Okay, next I want to checking the index of an item. Checking index of an element. I want to check the index of an element. Okay, list dot. We have so many methods in the list. Here we have one index. See, index of returns the index of the first occurrence. If you have any too many elements with the repeated, it go with first occurrence. It is going to print. Okay, I want to write here element 2, and it returns integer index, like int index equals to, and I want to print that system.out and index equals to plus index, and run the example. The index is 2. When you are inserting, the index is 0, but when you are iterating, fetching, it is go with 1 and 2 and third element. So the index is 2, nothing but 0, 1 and 2. I return 2, element 2, 0, 1 and 2. 0, 1 and 2. Don't think 1, 2, 3 and 3. How based on index starts with 0, 0, 1 and 2, like this. Okay, next. Checking the last index of an item. Checking last index of an element. The last index of an element. Okay, like a list dot last index. See, we have one last index. It returns a last index, return the index of the last occurrence of the specific element, last occurrence of the specific element. Okay, and I'm writing the list like element 3, element 3. I'm going with this already declare index. I want to change. Variables are temporary. At any program execution time we can change. And next I want to print that index plus index. Yeah, index 3. Okay, fine. This is about last index or not. Okay. Next the list is empty or not, you can check. Yes, we have a we have a method checking array list empty or not. Yes, we have a method. Based on that method we can check it. I want, that is a boolean one. Directly we can write it is a boolean one, list equals to okay, and comma plus list dot is empty. List is true or false, it will say. See, false. List is not empty. Empty. Okay, for better purpose, list, and I am writing here only our ternary operator, like if it is true, list is empty. False, list is not empty. Okay, then see, list is not empty. We have values. List is not empty. There's a ternary operator we can place. There is a basic operator, ternary operator. Next, getting the size of a list. Yes, getting the size of a array list. Yes, we have a method for that. Sysout, system out, and the size plus list dot size. I want the example. See, size is 4. I have 4 elements, 4. If you add one more element, our size will be growable. I said, see, list dot add element 3 are there. I want to add 4, element 4. Now again I want to run this one. See, the size is auto growable. See, run it. See, the size is fine now. The collections are auto growable. Automatically they can grow. Okay, we can print getting the element in a specific, position. Yeah, yes, we can get the element in specific position. Sysout system next position equals to, and we have method list dot get index. See, get index. If I am given the index 1, what is the element is there? The element is going to be print position element 1. This is this is about setting. Is about getting and setting. Okay, and we can set the elements. We have the method for setting the elements, and along with retrieving. First one, retrieving. Retrieve elements from the array list. From the array list. Retrieving the elements from array list. I want to retrieve. Okay, we have some methods. First we will see first way. First way or method 1. Method 1. First way is looping. By using looping index and its size. Index and size we can print. Okay, that we will see. That we will see, like for, before that I want to write by using looping. Looping I am printing, so looping. Like for int, the index we know already. Array index starts with 0 and we already know size. How to specify the size also we know, list dot size. List dot size, which start with 0 and length the size minus 1, so I am not giving equals. And next increment the I. Increment the I. And we already know the method by using get. Get is used for, we need to pass the index, it will automatically print. It is automatically print. Okay. System dot out I want to write like index equals to plus, index equals to plus, I want to write I, the value I, and next I want to print the item. Element index and element, I want to print the element, and next plus list dot get, list dot get I, list dot get I. See the output and scratch check. Okay, index 0, element 0. Okay, okay, naming conversions. Okay, index 0 like a direct I will go. Index 0 we have element 0, element 1, element 2 and element 4. Okay, this is about first technique. This is about first technique. And we have one more technique in Java. We have new concept for each loop. Second way we have for each loop, one of the beautiful for each loop. For each loop. Okay, for each loop you can use a for each loop. For it is an string, the values are string. Okay, string str colon list, str colon list, and simply you can print, simply you can print the item or elements or items. Item plus or items str, and all will be iterated one by one. It is going to be printed. And the third way also we have using iterator. Okay, that is also we are going to see. Third way system out third way is iterator. Okay, actually iterator is an interface. Iterator has some element, some methods. In iterator we have like as next. We have one as next method. As next method returns the next element. As next returns the true if there are more elements. It returns true if we have elements. If there are more elements, if the elements are there, it returns true. And one more we have method like it is next. It returns returns the next element. It prints nothing but it prints nothing but it prints. Okay, all right. First we need to convert into array list into list. Okay, we have one method, list dot iterator. See, list dot it returns the iterator over the elements in a list in a proper sequence. Okay, I am calling this method. This method returns iterator. So now I am to take one iterator interface. See, iterator, it is also present in java.util package. Iterator, and the type of elements are string. Type of element are string. For iterator, for reference I'll take it equals to, like iterator recognizes the writer. And write while loop, because true and false, while loop works with true and false. It dot hash next, it returns boolean. And system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println item plus it dot next, it dot next, it returns the values, it returns the values, it returns the all iterator values. And remember one thing, all these collections are present in java.util package. See, all are imported java.util, utilities, array list, iterator, all are belongs to java.util package only. All our collections are belongs to util package. Okay, yeah, we can print with fourth way, by using lambda expressions. Also you can with 1.8 feature, very important. Lambda, by using lambda expressions also, you can print. Yes, that lambda expression we learn in interface topic, if you already know. Okay, fine. Like very simple, our list dot, we have one method for each. In this, each and every element will come to one object, and arrow mark stands for this expression of lambda, and write system.out.println each and every element iterator, and that e is going to be printed. See, you can perform lot of things with lambda expressions, we'll see later on in videos. And the fifth way, method reference. This also came in 1.8 feature, one of the important. Method reference, double colon, by using double colon, same list dot for each, and direct write system dot out double colon print, automatically all are going to be printed. The double colon stands for method reference. These are the 5 ways we can print. And we can do sort method also. When I enter the values, when you insert the values, you can go with sort. And the next video I am going to be shown about that. And thanks watching this video.